Fuck.
Just let me laugh. Hey, what it is, what it is, what it is. Welcome back, welcome back. This is the 75th episode of OT. Welcome back. I am with Lighthouse.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
With Remy, please.
Hey now.
I'm with my guy Simo. What it do?
What up?
Hey, happy post Oscar week. We had a lot of slapping ass shit that went on. I guess I'll start with that. What are your initial thoughts of that shit? I don't even know what to say. What actually really happened? Didn't happen. But what are your initial thoughts? Fire from the hip.
As soon as I seen that shit, I was like, "Oh, this shit's fake as fuck." And it was puzzling to me that the whole timeline on whatever social media I was on, from Twitter to Instagram to whatever, people was eating that shit up. It off break, it looked fabricated, looked like WWF. I mean, we can get into the details, but it looked fake as fuck. And that just, I don't know, maybe I'm just conditioned to have a skeptical eye. I don't know. But to me, visually, it looked fake as fuck.
I would agree. Originally, when I the first video I seen, I thought it was fake, and then I started seeing other angles. I was like, nah, yeah. I was like, nah, this. I don't think it's fake.
Just other angles of what?
So the first angle, it was a straight up shot of him walking up or whatever and slapping him, and then there was another angle from the side or whatever that showed him slap him. I was like, okay, yeah, that hand connected. Yeah, because at first it didn't look like, it would look like one of them WWF fake slaps or whatever on the first angle or whatever. But on the second angle, I was like, nah, yeah, he hit that man for real. He slapped the soul out of that man for real.
Now hold on, let me clarify, because motherfuckers still get slapped in wrestling, and it's still all theater. So he can get slapped, and still the whole charade was fake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's no merit behind it.
Well, how about we do it like this? Why don't we do a breakdown on how it's fake? And then we can do a breakdown if it was real, what would be what would have caused the situation? What was the psychological, what was going on? So we can kind of do two breakdowns. We can do a breakdown on if it's fake and why it would be fake, and if it is real, what caused this? You know what I'm saying? So where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with the conspiracy aspect of it? Y'all want to do that? I guess we kind of started there. All right, so I mean, I put it like this. I think that right now, Will Smith, Chris Rock, they probably the top two most trending people on the planet right now. I think they said right after Chris Rock got slapped, his fucking ticket sales prices went up from 45 to 700, sold out everywhere. He's gaining a lot of respect from a lot of people the way he handled the situation. So I think he grew. He has more fans. He has more popularity. His name is hot right now. So he actually benefited a whole lot from this. The only thing that he didn't benefit from was just the, humiliation of getting slapped publicly like that. But every other aspect of his life is pretty much profiting him. And then the same thing with Will Smith. I think right now, like we always say with these celebrities, it's all news is, or all publicity is not necessarily bad publicity, because
no such thing as bad
Will
press.
Smith, yeah, exactly. Will Smith right now, his name is trending everywhere, and he has more attention to him. So I think, his next movie that dropped, people going to tune in, just because, just to see, how he perseveres through the situation. So I think that it could be fake, just how they both are benefiting off of this.
Yeah. To me, I just all the ingredients was it was served up on a plate. He's winning best actor, he's sitting dead center. You know what I'm saying? That shit looks fake as fuck.
Right there, that looks fake as hell though.
It looks fake as fuck.
Yeah, that's the one I saw first.
And then overall, I mean, I don't know, we live in the Instagram, YouTube, World Star era. So where do you see somebody get slapped, or somebody slap somebody and then they turn their back on that person? You know what I'm saying? Like that, you turn the back, that means you open yourself for attack. You know what I'm saying?
This shit
That shit don't make
wild.
sense.
I mean, and also it just didn't make any sense how there was no repercussions. Like the show went on,
Right.
Security came out. Like if you having somebody get attacked on such a stage like that, you would think they got security ready for anything to go wrong, and like nobody did nothing. So I just thought that right
And
there
he
was
accepted an award after that.
and he accepted the award, and then
like,
they gave him
come
an
on,
applause.
dog.
And they gave him an applause. You know what I'm saying? After assaulting somebody after a joke, like I don't think the majority of people ain't going to just be like, oh, okay, good job, like because every single person at the Oscars, they know that you're gonna get roasted every year. Every award show, you're gonna get roasted. So for this situation here, for all these celebrities to go to the Oscars, expect that to happen. Then for this situation to happen with Chris Rock gets slapped, and then they actually clapped for Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock. That was the weirdest shit to me about the whole situation.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Because it's like, as y'all being celebrities and y'all know how this works, how would y'all celebrate some shit like this? That don't make no sense. Because if Will Smith would have slapped anybody else, any demographic, any other fucking person, it wouldn't have went down like that. It don't matter who the fuck it was.
Nope.
If it was a woman, it wouldn't have went down like that. If it was a white man, it wouldn't have went down like that. If it was any fucking body else, it wouldn't have went down like that. It just had, just so happened to be Chris Rock. Like, you know what I'm saying? But so to me right there, it looked fake to me from that perspective,
He slapped a white dude before though.
That was completely different. That was like the nigga was walking by and the nigga kissed him and he was like, hey, like this nigga walked the stage. This nigga took like a long ass walk to the stage. Like that was completely different. That was premeditated. The shit with the dude that kissed him, that was like some fucking like nigga, what the fuck you doing? You could tell like his body, it was like an involuntary. He couldn't help it. He just slapped the nigga. Like,
but you know what's crazy though? I mean, honestly, the joke is first of all, Chris Rock is a comedian. Will Smith is a comedian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At the Oscars, it is a known fact that anybody
can get it.
Exactly. Anybody can get roasted at any given time, especially with Chris Rock on the stage, right? That's what they get. Chris Rock got paid to do exactly what he was doing, right? So, and another thing that kind of bothered me was just the simple fact that it seemed to me as if like everybody, the reaction for everybody was like, yeah, like he was laughing, he was laughing at first, but then, he supposedly looked over at his wife and saw how upset she was. So like, what are we doing right there at that point in time? Like, is it funny or is it not funny? Or was it funny to you, but then you saw how your wife reacted and now no longer became funny? Like, which one is it? Like, were you genuinely like, yo, because if that was the case, if you really wanted to get your point across, instead of assaulting this man, if we're going not the conspiracy route, but if that's genuinely how Will Smith felt, he could have just simply went up there and be like, yo, use that opportunity to be like, yo, I think my wife, I'm not sure if you or anybody else out there knows that she's battling alopecia. She's very sensitive about the subject, and I think that you owe her an apology. Right there on live.
And if he would have did that, what Chris Rock gonna say? Man, fuck you and that bitch. He ain't gonna say no shit like that. He gonna apologize. He's going to apologize. Exactly. Like if Will would have put that pressure on him in that way, he would have apologized. He would have had no choice.
Exactly.
Especially in this sensitivity time we living in, and all the believe all women shit. You think he going like if a man tells you apologize to a woman, you think he gonna say no? And in a time like this, like, come on.
Exactly.
Man.
Even when he said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, he said, I will. You know what I'm saying? I think he was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's why I think it was real.
Going on right now. You know what I'm saying? But then again, this OT, we gotta look at shit differently because like
I mean, but there is a lot to it that could make you think this shit is fake though. There's like just the way the whole situation went down, I think is just completely fake. But if we was to go the other route and talk about like if it was real, there's a lot of history between Will and Jada that would make you believe that he would take that route.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that he responded like that too. And based off what you were saying earlier, Brian, it's like how you laughing first, and then all of a sudden you get up and start slapping somebody.
I mean, to me,
what's that in the back?
all that shit is because don't they rehearse this type of shit? It's the Oscars, like all these award shows, they rehearse these type things. So you
They
probably
rehearse it. But not just that, even the jokes, like those ain't Chris Rock's jokes. Them
yeah, they
shits
got
he gets-
writers.
That's what I'm saying. But Will Smith know that.
Yeah,
He know that shit. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
know they know these niggas don't be writing these roasts.
right.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
he want to slap the writers too.
Like, come on, that's why you know. That's how you. And then not even just on top of that, fucking Regina Hall said some shit worse before that.
Yes.
You hear the shit Regina Hall said? They was like bringing all the bachelors on stage or some shit. Then she was like, Jada, you might as well bring Will up on here too, the way you've been treating him. So she said some shit like that. I'm like, that's way worse than anything Chris Rock said. You know what I'm saying? And that the shit with Chris Rock is what took you over the edge. Like, I don't believe that. And that was like the lightest, simplest. I've heard roast.
Like,
I've heard roast between friends 1,000 times worse than that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
your mom was so big.
How Will look slapping Regina Hall though?
how he looked slapping any fucking body. No matter who it was. The fuck? Would it make it better because it was Chris Rock?
This shit wild.
No. Your test is fine. It says that you're married. I'm negative. Will Smith, you're married, but you know what? You're on the list and looks like Jada approved you, so you get on up here.
That's 1,000 times worse.
That is a whole.
That's 1,000. And look at them. Look at Jada. Come
And
on,
everybody
man.
knows
Look at
too.
this.
Everybody knows the joke.
Now, see, we've got another bad boy on our list. Let's see.
Yeah, man.
So wait. So jokes is jokes until jokes ain't jokes no more. Is that what they're saying? Like, because like I honestly I don't think that the whole G.I. Jane thing was that.
It's not. He said, "You bald head bitch." You ain't say nothing. Like
That's about the softest roast I ever heard on.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you can go any softer than that. I almost felt like he was having mercy on them because they was his friends. At least I thought they was his friends.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was having mercy on these niggas. He could have went way harder on it. With the Smiths is easy targets. He could have went way harder.
They be letting Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my God, they be laying his ass out. Pause.
Come on, man. So. Yeah,
it's crazy.
That situation that just don't make no sense.
Yeah.
So, and then if we're gonna go on like the conspiracy shit, like it's always like some around Grammy season, there's always some sort of like ritual sacrifice that happens. And we know this was during I think last time was the Nipsey Hussle, right? With I think it was around the same time period. So it was like another, and I think
today.
Today, the 31st. Yep. But it was still like during Grammy week or whatever like that. And usually every year it always seems to be something that goes down during that week that distracts the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and yeah, take it for what you want. The whole, I mean, you see the cover of this thumbnail, the whole hidden hand thing. So, I mean, yeah, it just so happened he wins Best Actor. Gets humiliated. Yeah. So. And he's sitting dead center. It was like his roast for real. Like if you watch those Comedy Central roasts, it was his roast. But I think that was part of the theater, and people really ain't get it.
And then they say he was like, partying and clubbing afterwards, like as if nothing happened.
And let's be always real. The only person that Will Smith can get away with and slapping in the face and nothing happened is another black man. Why? Because the rest of society has been desensitized to the violence that we commit against each other. So when they see Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock, they be like, what's the difference between that and your latest rap song? Same shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only demographic that he could have did that shit to and got away with.
I think that's the biggest issue I have. Yeah. It's like, oh God, here we go.
And you also think like, with him being kind of like the simp in the relationship, that has something to do with it too. It's like him kind of like, I don't know, he's like fed up and like him, kind of lashing out.
I mean, originally when I saw that shit, I was like, all right, on the non-conspiracy aspect, I'm like, that's him lashing out at Jada. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, this Jada didn't put all this information out there. She did embarrass me 1,000 times. Now I got to slap the shit out of this nigga to tell y'all to shut the fuck up because she won't shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife won't shut the fuck up, so I got to slap the shit out of Chris Rock.
That's going to be a long ride home.
So the world can shut the fuck up. But at the end of the day, Chris Rock a casualty because of Jada's pinkish bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the
Right.
day, Will Smith and Chris Rock is both casualties to her bullshit. But at the end of the day, I got to blame Will Smith for that because I think the world is well documented the type of shit she be on, and he's still over here trying to prove his worth to her and shit like that.
Right.
That's weird to me. That's the weird.
Hey, honestly, I think she fired with the shortcut though.
Yeah, it works.
I think
just
she
saying the
fired with
trick
that.
She probably the original. She probably the original one I remember with that shortcut when she was in Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yep.
I think she might have been the first woman I remember with that shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Shame.
Don't do me like that, Peaches.
Shame.
When she was in Jason, she had wait, hold on though. Look, she had the shortcut in but y'all don't remember in the Inkwell, was it the Inkwell?
Yeah,
when she was smashing the younger nigga, and she was smashing the younger nigga.
Right. Yeah, like the little
remember he was like a teenager though. Remember?
Yeah.
Hey,
you right.
art
right.
imitates
And
life.
and in the jump with
Jason's lyric.
Jason's lyric was one.
Men's Society.
Yeah, Men's Society.
Yeah.
She was the older one.
Uh-huh. Did you see that Scientology jump?
What?
Is the I sent the link. Is the link I sent earlier?
I seen that.
Where?
They said that like it's like customary to slap somebody that you feel disrespected by, and if you don't, your superior will slap the shit out of you. Right?
I don't believe that.
That's
so if he ain't slap him, Jada was gonna slap the shit out of him.
That's a weird culture right there.
I don't believe that, but I do believe like the whole Scientology shit is weird as fuck, and it's almost like they move kind of like how the CIA move with like these blackmailing like protocols. Like they get, I don't know if you ever see like the documentaries on Scientology, but pretty much you have these sessions where they call it coming clear. And you sit down in this room and you got like put your hands on these like two like metal rods, and you pretty much tell these motherfuckers like your darkest secrets. So if he's into like any funny shit, that's how they have like the one,
So it's like the confession booth.
Right. They have the one up on him. You know what I'm saying? So if he's in, maybe like this shit is probably all, looped in the same shit. Because they got like the biggest actors in the game as far as Scientology. So I don't know. That probably could be.
I mean, the way that shit looked, it looked like Jada got some sort of like psychological control over him and shit. Because the way, because the key part was how he was laughing, and then all of a sudden, I guess it's like she controls his emotional state. You know what I'm saying? It's like how you go from thinking the joke is nothing, you laughing at it,
exactly.
And then all of a sudden you look over her, you see she's angry, and now you just go into a rage. That sounds like she pushes your button. She holds the key to your emotional state, and that's never. I mean, she runs shit at the end of the day. If she got you doing shit like that,
Debo in his
you're like she kind of runs shit like because his whole he's seeking validation. For real, young. When I saw that, I was like, damn, this nigga's still chasing Tupac's ghost to this day. He's still trying to prove that he's just as good as Tupac.
But what if Tupac was in the same jump? Like, what if he was wrapped up just like him?
Well, with Jada,
yeah.
But I thought Tupac wasn't. I thought like she was trying to marry the nigga, and he married some other chick, some shit like that.
Yeah, he's still. I mean, but he wrote a note. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, Tupac a poetic ass nigga though. He was like I'm sure that nigga wrote a lot of letters. Like I'm sure that's what he did. That's what he was.
That was part of the game, baby.
Nigga probably wrote a lot of letters.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Just watch like a couple like episodes of any like Scientology shit, and you kind of connect the dots. So like, I don't know. Just like why are they even in that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, let me ask you this: What makes Jada
like that?
Yeah, what makes her untouchable though? Like that she ain't. Jada is not like what makes Will Smith think that his wife is the one that's untouchable?
No, I think it was just like if it wasn't a conspiracy, like Marcus said, if it wasn't a conspiracy, I think like his name being dragged like over the past 2 or 3 years, him being a meme, crying and shit, his name in every headline, shade room, all that shit, him being dragged like these past 2, 3, 4, I don't know how long the shit, X amount of years. I think that made him lash out. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be I gotta be the big dick in the room. You know what I'm saying?
But he had plenty of opportunities to do that before.
That's
Right,
what I was
Chris Rock.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
What about the biggest stage where you send this in or something? Or maybe this is all part of the programming.
I mean, it probably is part of programming, but he could have handled that shit in not 40 different better ways than that shit. He could have pulled that man to the side. He could have went on stage, started roasting him back. He could, like you could have said, he could have said, apologize to my wife. I don't appreciate that. He could have went approached him behind at the end of the
or during
Oscars
the rehearsal.
Had a conversation with the nigga, just be like, hey, I don't appreciate that. He could have slapped the shit out the nigga behind the stage, but he didn't have to do that shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right, yo. Because
that was just wrong.
And
then turn his back like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that was
you
wrong,
onto something as far as like the narrative, because all right, let's look at the fallout, the aftermath of that shit, right? On social media, there was all I kept seeing was like so many, like, and it was females in general who were coming to the defense of Will Smith, like, yeah, if my man don't ride for me like Will Smith does, then I don't want him, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that. So it painted the narrative of violence is if my man ain't willing to slap the shit out of somebody for me, then I don't want him type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, what are we doing?
I think that's actually, I actually appreciated that, because I think that's a revelation for like niggas to know this is what is expected of you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's should let you know like what you dealing with. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're in a situation where you may not think it's a big deal, but she do, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you might have to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? You might have to die just so she feel like, you know what I'm saying, you worthy, you know what I'm saying? And if it's worth you, you know, if it's worth it to you, then hey, you know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is the fact that females didn't think that, I'm saying like her thinking wasn't that way at first, but now it is. You see what I'm saying?
But what you mean? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was.
But I mean, I know a lot that already was thinking like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That wasn't like that ain't the first time I heard those sentiments and shit before this whole Will Smith shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I felt like it just brought it out. It was like an idea that was laying dormant. And then when that came out, it was like, yeah, my man better do the same shit. But I feel like I think a lot of women actually think that that's how you're supposed to move.
Most definitely.
Yeah, but you know that, like I said, that's a revelation. That's something for you to let you know as a man. Like that's what that's the expectations, you know. And you know, is she right for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like she would, you know. If I fuck with her, I'm definitely going to jail. You know what I'm saying? She's sensitive because she's sensitive. She's sensitive. And I'm not. She's sensitive and I'm not. And in order for her to feel protected, I have to, you know, meet all her sensitivities, you know, and a lot of times these sensitivities be irrational. So then niggas over here dying and going to jail over a woman's irrational ability. That's the right word.
You gotta take
exactly. So like what I'm saying, so hey nigga, you know, hey, you died over some irrational shit. At least you can say you died for her, and then she could be like, "Hi, this nigga died for me," and then move on to the next nigga. Then move on to the next nigga. Then move on to the next nigga. Let's keep it real. Then move on to the next nigga.
She gave that nigga real. Like, yo, I know this your night, but you gotta go out swinging, brother. This is your night, but you gotta go slap this nigga.
And then she be like, damn, that nigga died for me. Oh my gosh, look at him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, I'm just saying, let's be real about this shit. Like, is it worth it? Something to think about. I'm just saying. Man. Something to think about, bro. Saying niggas don't be thinking this shit out clearly, huh? It's a lot of dead niggas. There's a lot of niggas that's dead in jail over the same shit that we're talking about right now.
Yep.
And then she was fucking with his friend 2 weeks later. Like, I'm just saying, it happens.
It does.
That's why I believe this was real.
Wow.
For shit like that, people do that. People do stuff like that all the time. They get with the wrong ones and
ruin their lives. And I mean, that's another thing. It's important for you to choose the right mate, because some people ain't satisfied until you dead.
But you know what? Like you said earlier though, like you said, you do blame. You put a lot of blame on this. I forgot who said that.
On Will,
but on Will Smith. But Jada, like, you know what I'm saying, like she ain't said shit. Not saying that she has to, but like in a situation this big, like if it wasn't that serious, You know what I'm saying? And she could have been like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know. But then again, that would have made Will look even worse. Like, I ain't tell that nigga do that shit.
Yeah, probably. Did y'all see their body language though?
That nigga just wanted to slap somebody.
I think their body language is
whose body language?
Everybody's body language, from Jada to Will to Chris Rock. I think everybody's body language told the story that shit was real and it wasn't planned. It's like, because I mean, y'all talk, you saw, you can see how when the joke first comes in from Chris Rock and Will's laughing, Jada's actually laughing before, but you can tell. I was watching this little body language thing or whatever, but Jada's laughing at first, and then the shit registers, and then you can see her face change, like into a frown or whatever. Like here we go again, this motherfucker. And then we don't. I think what would be dope if they had kept on filming them, we would have seen whether or not Will Smith, if he actually looked at his wife and see her face or whatever. I guess we can assume that though. But and then you got him walking up there and slapping Chris, and like Chris got his hands behind his back.
In fucking Disney World, and you're not sure whether like the mob, mass mob is happening. It's like, is this real or is this like,
right?
Am I in trouble? You know,
even the audience was like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what I'm saying? Are they acting?
He was center stage though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was like
he's like right there. It was like he got cued. Yeah. He got queued up. All right, this is my cue.
Mm-hmm. And then it was weird how if she was so hurt, why did she start laughing when he said Will Smith slapped the shit out of him? Then you look at Jada's body language. She's laughing.
Yeah. I don't.
She was so hurt.
Maybe she wasn't.
So she went from being hurt. But what I'm saying is everybody's saying happy. That her being hurt is what triggered Will's to do that. But when you look at her from this angle, she don't look hurt at all. As a matter of fact, she started laughing after.
But wouldn't that be some ghetto shit like the joints we was just talking about?
That's what I'm saying. That sounds like some manipulation. Like, oh, let me get him to slap the shit out of that nigga so I can power trip about how I just created this chaos. Yeah. That's what that looked like. It's like, look at me. I got these two men fighting. I'm so powerful. You know what I'm saying?
He slapped the shit out of you.
And that shit right there, but I tell you right now, that shit right there can only happen on the Oscars. That shit can only happen at the Oscars, because if that shit happened in real life, somebody going to jail or somebody fucking dying. Like we laughing, but what I'm saying is we laughing about this shit, but this type of shit happening in real life every day, and these niggas would be dead or in jail after that type of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that shit can only happen at the Oscars. Shit like that don't happen in real life. When you slap the shit out of a nigga and just walk away, like that shit don't be happening.
Right.
You can see Chris Rock raise his hand up. He was about to raise his hand and
nigga, because he was like, "Oh wow!" Yeah. Then it registered. He's like, "Yo, this nigga really just smacked the shit out of me."
Yeah.
And then everybody laughs.
Yeah, and then niggas was laughing. That was weird, bro.
And then hold on, look at the camera. Follow like pan. You know what I'm saying? The cameraman on the left when he walked back, like.
And what did he say? And what did he say?
Like this was part of the
what was his one-liner though? He said, "This is the greatest night in American television."
Boy, I could. You heard it? You heard him? He said, "Boy, I could," and then he got back to the show. Chris Rock's a professional. This shit was definitely real. I don't think it was staged.
The fact that he didn't.
Here is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
Look at that.
Like she almost fell out her seat laughing.
Yeah. Your husband just slapped the shit out of you.
It was a G.I. Jane. Keep my wife's name out the fucking mouth. I'm going to, okay?
I ain't buying it.
Yeah, boy, I could.
You ain't tell August. What if he'd have been like, you ain't tell August that shit?
That would have easily been the joke. But look though, and then if you really look at it though, like I would think that like if
that would have been the end of the Oscars.
If a woman's man is upset, you would think she like when he's yelling and screaming, he all bothered. She would be looking at him in concern. She didn't even look at this nigga. She was staring at Chris Rock the whole time.
Yeah, like,
so that just right that you would think she would be concerned, making sure he all right, relaxed. It was none of that. So it made it look like if this shit is real, it looked like she manipulated this whole
Yeah.
shit.
And,
You know what I'm saying?
he wasn't even. It was weird. They were like separated. Like he was over here.
Here
because
is an
if he
angle most
felt some type of way. He didn't go over there like, "Oh, you okay?" You know what I'm saying? Like there was nothing. It was just action. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't any type of. I don't know.
Yeah,
But it's
she
the
ain't. Yeah,
Oscars.
she didn't even say shit. And Denzel and Tyler Perry had to pull him aside.
And we are talking about actors, like
Yeah.
professional
And
actors.
but not just that, the whole room is act. But if
Right.
you're gonna pull off a hoax like that, that
Yeah.
would be the place because everybody in that fucking room is a goddamn actor. Everybody.
Yeah. Shit.
Some people saying like, "Oh, it's real." Look at Lupita's reaction. Like she was probably purposely sat right there because she knew what the fuck, and she had to, she had to play in the background. Like these are all actors and actresses. So this shit.
If it's fake, that's his greatest performance. That's his greatest performance.
It could go both ways.
Cool.
And then you had the Tyler
Will.
Perry. It's like
Shit.
the time
Will
out
and
with
Chris Rock.
Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, what are we doing? We mediating at the Grammys now. This is what we doing.
And then what makes it even worse is that this shit was about fucking Venus Serena's father. You know what I'm saying? And this was a man like who did everything like because a lot of times they demonize black fathers, and so it's like you had a man that was a fucking great dad. We putting him on a pedestal, and then that whole shit gets overshadowed. Yep. You know what I'm saying? By a black man slapping another black man. So we had the opportunity to celebrate somebody for doing something positive, and then here we go with that shit again.
Ridiculous.
Had the opportunity. I was like, damn, we got Will Smith, good positive dude, fucking Richard Williams, great fucking dad, produced Venus and Serena. I'm like, this is a great night for black men. And then Will Smith smacks this shit out of a fucking legend. Slapped the shit out of a legend. And then on top of that, we talking about Chris Rock. Like Chris Rock is a legend. That nigga ain't supposed to just ain't supposed to go out like that. Not somebody like him.
The fact that there was no security, that shit a lot. Like, huh? Like, nigga, you getting escorted.
You think he could have got this off against Jerry Seinfeld?
Fuck
no. Fuck no. Come on, man.
That nigga would have still. He
wouldn't have made it down that first step after he slapped Jerry Seinfeld, nigga. Fuck no, Jerry.
I don't think so.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, you mean he would? Oh, after he slapped him? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. After, I don't think he would have made it down that first step.
They tackled that man.
Did any of y'all watch it like live, or did you?
Nah, but I kind of caught the part. I wasn't watching it, but I was scrolling through and I saw the part when he was crying. I was like, this nigga always crying. And then I changed the channel. I didn't think nothing of it. I just was like, this nigga crying again. Then I just kept going. I didn't think nothing of it.
This nigga always crying.
He do. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying, but he's
crying again.
Here he go.
That's why he acted out because the last time you seen him, he was crying in the meme.
But then even that, bro, he was like, oh, I feel like I've been called on God to protect my family, and I'm like, man, he brought God in this, and I'm just like, bro, like, nah. It's like I'm sure God would not want you to slap that man after a G.I. Jane joke. You was not protecting your family. You was not protecting your family because over a G.I. Jane joke, bro. Like I'm sure God was like, no, this is the time, Will. G.I. Jane, that's too. I'm pretty sure the Lord was not. The Lord did not call you for that joke. I'm sorry, bro.
Right.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
He just fucked up. He didn't realize what he was marrying. He thought he was getting Jada, and he got.
You know what? It could have been a case. It could have been a case, even though Will Smith was Will Smith, he might have had like a fan type, crush infatuation with her. So he was probably putting her on a pedestal from day one. He might have put her on a pedestal from day one.
Because they got on around the same time, didn't they? Like I remember, I know it was
probably different. She was probably different. She was in a different world.
You think it's her influence on the kids to be all like,
Yep, 100%. Because that's not where he come. He not from that. He came from like a more like reserved Christian background, and I think Jada just was on some like do what you want type shit. You know what I'm saying? She didn't come up with that. I don't think she came up with that same kind of background that Will did. Will was like kind of more reserved.
At the same time, Will does portray online to be this, mindfulness and meditative and spiritual. Will.
Nah,
I mean, but yeah,
well,
but, I mean, but even all that can still tie into like Christianity and stuff like that, as far as like just being peaceful and all that other shit.
So that's what I'm saying. He just fucking if this is real, he just fucking lost it.
Yeah.
He saw red and he
Snap.
just snapped.
But I do agree with you, Randall. I think Jada, just like and with the Wave family, how what's the name kind of brought all that shit into their family, Gabrielle Union. I think it's like the same. I think it's like the same exact shit. I think that's why Jaden and the daughter Willow, they like androgynous. I don't think they claim to be male or female. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I think I don't think they do. I think they like consider themselves androgynous and shit like that. So they be on some whole other shit. Yeah.
That's why Santos, whatever his name is, out there in Florida, son of them Bills. Dude, don't say gay Bill and all that shit.
And I remember when Jaden was like talking about like he said some shit like back in the day, like, oh, men should be able to wear what they want to do, and there's no such thing as men clothes and women clothes, and these are just social constructs. And he was saying this shit when he was like 17 or some shit.
All right, look at this. Somebody made like a little compilation of like all their like little Instagram posts and stuff. So I like occultism and esoteric type shit, but stuff I even like to read about.
I think Jada part got some power behind the scenes.
Yeah,
she might.
Yeah, she don't age.
She might be like a Illuminati priestess or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because even the way she was looking at the Oscars, she was looking like like she was like a queen or some shit.
Yeah,
like she was like the queen of I don't know, some Illuminati shit.
This all they post.
Yeah, see,
who's that?
Like
that's Willow Smith.
The kids and both of them.
Yeah, they kind of out there. They kind of
they into the occult and all that shit. That's
evoking divine.
Yeah, that's all that is. She had the crescent moon on her forehead and shit.
Mm-hmm. What happened to what was it? I whip my hair back and spin it, whatever her damn song was.
Wait, let's go back. It said, "So sorry, I was before I knew Christ." It said something like that. It said, "Sorry, I was an artist before I knew Christ." It said something like that. Like what? This is all demonic activity. Sorry, I'm an artist before I knew Christ. It said something.
I think that's somebody's like
or somebody comment.
Oh, somebody else said that. Okay. Look at that. Why would you do that?
Right.
But that's like those. Right,
she do got one new song I like. I forgot the name of the shit.
Metatron.
Yep.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Flower Life.
Erykah Badu.
I think Erykah Badu, another one.
All that sick.
Oh, she be snatching souls. She be gathering souls.
I think she probably a high priestess too, like on the Illuminati shit. Did you see how
stuff we familiar with? I think it's just
doing to niggas.
It's all your intention,
right?
Again, the secret power pyramids.
Interesting.
The Greek goddess Harmonia. So probably with music, as above, so below.
But I think it's that same thing, like you was, when you said it's all about how you use it. But I think the knowledge itself is
definitely using something though.
You know how they say, like with great power comes great responsibility. So it's like same thing with knowledge. So it's like they all into the occult shit. So it's like it's only so much knowledge you're gonna gain in the occult till you start doing some shit you ain't supposed to be doing.
Right, exactly. Those are
that's why this information, like even this is supposed to be like. If they say the tree of knowledge of evil,
like they're using it. They're using
the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That was like the forbidden tree in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we ain't even supposed to be getting into all this type of shit for real.
Right. Nah, you're right. It's like, all right, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, it's a very slippery slope.
What do you think the other son doing? The outside son doing? You think he into shit?
I don't think so.
Didn't he play football or something?
Yeah, I think he played.
He lived a regular life.
Right. Yeah, he played for like Kyle. He played for like Kyle or some shit.
Joe Montana son or something like that. Or Jay Rice son. He played on the same team. Yeah.
Well, good for him. He escaped that shit. I think.
Yes, I hope so.
See, but that was the son with the first mom. These is Jada's kids. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear what Jim Carrey said?
Yeah, Jim Carrey was not fucking
He
with
would've
that
sued
shit.
that
at all.
He was not.
He was not fucking
Yeah,
with that
damn
shit.
right.
I fuck with Jim Carrey,
What he
man.
said? We know.
He keeps shit real.
He
That's
was
why.
like,
That's
that
what. That's
shit was disgusting.
yeah. That's why you gotta fuck with Chris Rock even more. What you gonna sue this man for?
Jim Carrey was like the most disturbing shit was when everybody was applauding him when he did the speech. He was like, he said Hollywood is these are a bunch of spineless individuals and shit. I was like, these niggas mad.
You're still paying for electricity, then you could be missing out on
wanna hear
free
it.
government assistance.
What you playing over here?
With the
What
Jim
we-
Carrey joint.
Yeah.
Y'all keep
Is it
playing
on?
random sound bits.
Oh, that's me. My
Shut
fault.
your ass up.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I
Echo.
felt Hollywood is just spineless, en masse, and it just
Yeah.
it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey weighed in on Will Smith's Oscar controversy during a new interview
Better.
with Gayle King for CBS Morning.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said, no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Jim
See what I'm
Carrey
saying?
promoting his new movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
He
but
probably
now
part of this
he
shit
made it
too.
clear how
He
he
could
felt
be.
about Will Smith's
'Cause, like, why do
actions
you-
on Sunday night.
I just
Do
don't
not
understand
have the
when
right
people
to
like put up
walk
like
up on stage and
hold
smack
on.
somebody in the face.
Damn, boy.
Said
He
words.
said gonna sue him for
Sunday
200
night,
million.
The Academy has
Shit.
launched a formal review
good
into
for it.
Smith's actions on stage.
Yeah, but I'm saying he ain't worth about
Apologizing to
350,
Chris Rock,
about 100.
saying in part, quote,
Oh, you
"I
see how
would
these
like to issue
pyramids?
a statement."
But peep with the colors they wearing.
Sunday night,
You see the
Academy
pyramid up and down?
has launched
yeah.
a formal review.
I mean,
I think-
the Oscar trophy is like what, Osiris or some shit or whatever.
That's what I was about to say. Will is playing like the role. If you look at their colors,
to you, Chris. I was out of line.
fucking
I was wrong.
Jada's wearing green, which is like a symbolism of her being the goddess
On
of
Sunday,
fertility.
extra spoke
Mm.
to Night
Who's the
Star,
goddess
who
of fertility? I
also
forgot who it
Damn,
was.
who was that?
Is it Nefertiti?
I don't know. And then what's his name is playing Osiris. Will, and then it's this shit is all like scripted. I forgot, Matt. I gotta fucking look this shit up because like they be playing these roles out where like one person will be playing Osiris, one person's playing Isis, someone else is playing like Hathor or some shit like that.
It's Hathor. Yeah, Hathor is the god of fertility.
He's the god of fertility, and who's the goddess of fertility?
Isis.
Isis. I'm pretty sure that's what's being played out right here. And then I think even with Chris Rock wearing the blue, it's like there's some symbolism between the colors that they all was wearing.
Look at that shit. Pyramids.
You think that circle at the bottom with the star
Mm-hmm.
where they were sitting on? But look how close it is to the stage, and that's
Yeah,
what
it's right there. It was part
man.
of
This
the,
shit is set up, man.
it was
This shit is
part
set
of
up.
the joint. It's part
Yeah.
of they were sitting on stage essentially.
Right,
Pretty
they
much,
served
yeah,
it up.
pretty much,
They were sitting on
pretty
stage.
much.
It's
Come
not they
on,
were
man.
sitting like 3 rows back and saying, you know what? Hold on, excuse me.
He
guys,
wasn't
excuse
sitting in the John Wilkes booth.
Excuse me.
Pardon
joint
me,
up there.
nigga. Pardon me.
He wasn't in the John Wilkes booth joint up there.
me. Right. Yeah, man. I ain't feeling it. But yeah. All right, let's get back into the hidden hand. You know what I'm saying? Staple and Freemasonry. All the people that do it. Karl Marx, Marxism, Stalin.
And it's always the right hand. It doesn't matter which hand.
It does matter.
Oh,
I
okay.
seen some joints with Prince
different
Harry,
messages.
with Prince Harry and all them, that whole family. I seen like the men doing that same pose in the picture, like recently.
The Pope. But there's always the right hand path and the left hand path.
Okay.
So it's probably just sending a different message.
Mm-hmm. But those who know.
Is that
I
Abe
don't know.
Lincoln? Is that a picture of Abe Lincoln?
Yeah.
Look like it.
Okay.
They go like 6'7".
I think he was though,
Right.
wasn't he? Like 6'6",
Lurch.
6'7".
Say he was half black.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
You heard
shit
about
too.
that too. That's why he got the penny with his brown black ass.
You wow, yeah. You wow.
They said he was a indentured servant. You know, that was like a nice way of saying slave.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I gotta check into that.
It says mom was creeping with the farm hands, and that's how he came about.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
That's wild.
But you remember that one scene in Lovecraft where he sat at the he finally put the suit on and he was at that like little event, and the white dude came over to him. He was like, "Look, just because what I mean, you're not supposed to be here, don't mean you're not supposed to be here. If you get my drift, you know what I'm saying?"
Yeah,
Like,
I remember. Yeah,
he was part of these secret society. He was born into those secret societies, but you know what I'm saying? But his level in it didn't affect who he was, as far as like a class system. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like he like nigga, this.
He's like your bloodline is like, I mean, you're supposed to be here. Like, don't get it fucked up.
Look at it. I don't know if y'all can see this picture, but this is a picture of Isis, and see how she got the green dress on and shit.
Send it over.
Damn. I don't know if y'all can see that shit that good.
Text it.
But yeah.
Man, that was a good ass show. They need to bring that shit back and start playing.
I'll be DMing them all the time. Like, please, Amazon, just pick it up. Y'all got enough money.
They could go so many different ways with that because of how they did that shit.
Did they win an award with the joint?
I'm not sure. Like an Emmy or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It was something, man. Because that joint was tough.
I think the black chicken she can do a show on her own.
Jussie Smollett's sister.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she because she
was she was like the white. She was going back and forth between being the white chick and
she been in movies though. What was that joint from back in the day? Eve's Bayou or something?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Skull and Bones. Is this the original Skull and Bones or what? This just one of them.
He got the hand, and he got the dude on the far left got the hand in the pocket.
Mm-hmm. He probably
he in charge.
Nah, I'm assuming the dude in the middle, right behind the skull.
Yeah.
Whose Skull and Bones is that?
That's a good question.
Is it like George Washington and dug up George Washington or some shit?
No, they said they had dug up Geronimo, like they used his bone.
Oh, the Indian,
the Native American dude,
yeah.
Why? Interesting. Now I want to know why.
Maybe hold some type of power. Oh, so this Jada, whole shit, that shit got some like Epstein ties too.
Hey, hold on, man. Hold on real quick. So, so the story of Osiris, wasn't that when his body got like chopped all up and then she had to put it back together, some shit like that?
Who?
But the dick.
Something like, so what if this is like an example of like, how she keeps putting him out there? This might be like a whole ritual where she's like, killing him, chopping him up into pieces or something like that. And then putting them back together. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I feel like they be playing these shits out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he might be playing Osiris and he's getting killed, and now that's his.
Interesting.
Now she's putting him back together through having him get his masculinity back by slapping a nigga in the face. That might be the resurrection.
That's
what
y'all be using y'all brain out here. Huh? Y'all be thinking.
I just sent you I sent you the picture though. You understand does that make sense though?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
All the shit he been going around through the years might have been a long ass ritual of him getting like ripped into shreds. And then she kind of signaled him to get, resurrect himself by slapping Chris Rock.
And it had to be on the highest of stages.
It had to be on the highest of stages for him to get that back. Because now I'm hearing shit about comedians saying they ain't gonna say shit about Jada no more and shit. I'm like, what? I be feeling like that. That should make her more of a bigger target.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what makes her like untouchable? How Jada's? Jada Smith.
But see how she got the
Green
green, she got the green dress, and then remember his body's bandaged up because his brother killed him and his body was torn to pieces. Then she put him back together or something like that. And then except for like somebody remember like, and that's where that whole like phallus
Yes, it was 13 pieces, but the dick.
Yeah. And she had that green dress on, bro, and she was acting like she was on her goddess shit that night. So I wouldn't be surprised. Will would have had a white suit on, then we wouldn't. Like, all right, bro.
Right.
Like, all right, okay. But the thing is, I think the black wearing all black represents Osiris, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey,
it's OT, yo.
Yeah, this be doing overtime, big baby. All right, to not pivot too much.
And the pyramids.
What was that last thing you was putting up about Epstein before I started talking about that?
But that's pyramids too.
Put that up.
Okay.
But there's 3 pyramids too, right? Egypt, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I didn't peep that. Damn.
Yeah.
Shit crazy.
Oh, right there. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That shit look like and is that a moon right there?
Like
I see the crescent at the top. Yeah, I see the crescent.
And then at the bottom is the whole bottom is an eye.
And you mean to tell me all them niggas walk in that room and they don't know what that shit is?
Right.
Like this shit is like for real. Hollywood is like a fraternity, man. I think all them niggas know what's up. I think they all do.
That's why
that trying to look like it
cool.
looks like.
Say that again.
It just looks like a ritual. Like it looks like
That
you
shit
go
look like-
up there and you go back to your seat a different person.
Like some Travis Scott fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like
the fuck?
Like that Severance shit. Did y'all see y'all ain't seen the Severance show yet? Y'all gotta watch that show.
Nah, I ain't seen that.
On Apple. That shit is dope.
It's like it almost looked like that CERN shit.
Y'all heard that?
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
What happened?
Snoop said
it's not go ahead.
Snoop said he thought it was fake. Like his initial reaction. Let me see. Pull this thing up right quick.
No, he was there.
Yeah. And they did bring Diddy out like right after that. He's like, "Oh, we gonna make sure we make this right, y'all."
Question. Let's go.
I think everybody's initial reaction was it was fake, but we weren't sure. We were like, what the fuck?
Okay, Snoop, you were out and about last night. Looked like you had a really good time. Did you enjoy yourself? What was the highlight of last night? And tell me about your Instagram post.
I went to Guy O'Siri's house. He had an Oscar party.
Party.
Goes after the Oscars.
40.
So many celebrities there. I met so many people that I dreamed of meeting, and actors and actresses, pictures with people, and it was a fun night. I got a chance to be a fan.
Like who? Who was Snoop a fan of?
I seen Katie Holmes. I seen Robert De Niro. I seen, you know, so it was like, it was people that I seen. I was like, I seen them in movies before, and I was able to like actually tell them how much I appreciate their art and how great of actors and actresses they were, and to be able to take a picture with them. I mean, it's cool to be the fan sometimes instead of being the star.
Not agree with you more. Can I ask you about this? You did post about the incident that happened last night on your social media. Did
Lady,
you
you're
think
not a
it
star.
was staged when you posted that?
Sort of, kind of, but I never know. Still don't know.
See.
Okay, let me ask you about the performances. Who stood out?
He not sure. You know you got this shit up here.
Oh, my bad.
All right, hold on. I've been doing a little research as we've been talking. So look, it says black, the color black represented death and the afterlife to the ancient Egyptians. Osiris was given the epithet, the black one, because he was the king of the netherworld, and both he and Anubis, the god of involvement, were portrayed with black faces. So I mean, maybe that, you know, what he was wearing. Obviously it's a black suit. A lot of people had black suits on, but because it was a ritual, he was with Jada, so maybe there is some something with that.
No. Guess what? So it was interesting. I went to his Instagram page. He had like a whole build up about the suit that he had on. It was like this. It was like go look at that shit. Like he had like this. He was like getting tailor made. It was like a whole thing that whole week about his suit. it's
Black,
interesting that you
black.
fucking say that.
Mhm.
Like he had like this whole thing, like yo, this is my suit, and you know they was taking pictures and that shit.
Yeah. You
That's
could have just made one
interesting.
video about a suit, but he had a whole build
Exactly.
up.
Nah, it was like an elaborate thing about his suit and what he was wearing. Wow. Wow.
So it might have been they just playing out that ritual, man.
Wow.
Damn, just looking at this thumbnail.
I'm trying to figure out, but I'm trying to figure out who Chris Rock played though in this. If this is a ritual, then who would be the Egyptian god that? Like I guarantee you, if we did enough research and like pieced everything together, we could figure this shit out. Like I think so, you know. But I'm just trying to figure out. So there has to be a relationship. If Will Smith is playing Osiris, then who is Chris Rock playing? And then what is there? What story in ancient Egypt where Osiris had an altercation with another Egyptian god? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Set. So is that who? What's the name was playing? Chris Rock.
Yo, I'm sorry. You gotta go to this web. You gotta go to this IG. Look at this shit.
Who?
That's it. Will Smith. Look at this shit. He do this shit with a mirror. Like, hold on. This shit right here is wild. Look at this shit.
We hood detectives.
No, but look at the mirror shit. Watch this. Like he's
DM the flight room jump. Oh, you talking about that one? Okay.
But but look at this.
Yeah.
You seen this?
I'm pulling up now.
Like he was.
Dolce Gabbana.
But then go to the other joint. That mirror joint right there. Because that was
this one?
Nah, the other joint where he's. Yeah, that one to the left.
This one?
Up to the left.
This one?
Yep. Look at this shit.
Oh shit. Oh, like the underworld type shit.
Yeah. I'm just saying, since we talking about like what they had on, I mean, like if we talking about everything being symbolism, shit.
That's above so below.
That's fucking Us, the movie at its finest.
I know, right? Like shit.
Right.
Then it's making you think like, you know, maybe it was like an alter.
Like maybe that wasn't even Will.
Right.
Maybe
That's
that
what I'm
wasn't.
saying. Maybe it was like his alter ego. But you know what I'm
Hold
saying?
on, look at his face though. Like when it kind of changed. Like
That shit wow.
And they say a lot of these gods had like they had like the good and bad version of the same god.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you never know, man. This shit, I'm telling you, I think we on it. I think we on to something.
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
And then Willow posted, the Us picture.
Oh, did she?
Yeah,
See?
one of them little clips.
Oh yeah, we did just see that. We did.
Oh shit.
Man, look.
This is kind of crazy.
The 3 pyramids. Look at that.
Kind of like that reflective, like
that shit looks
at the
wild.
Like ether.
Like that joint say, do it.
This is like past. I mean, don't get it fucked up. Like every award show, they do shit like this. It's just, sometimes it's like in your face. Sometimes you gotta do a little, decoding. Like this is what they do. Maybe it's like the date of it, the parallel.
What was that date?
When it happened?
Yeah,
that was on Sunday. I think the 29th. Nah, the 28th.
Either way.
Yeah.
Something I did find. You saying, Jada, she's the reason why these kids are so weird. I've never heard this, but apparently this is a thing. Jada Pinkett Smith reveals her grandmother taught her to self-pleasure herself at 9. Y'all heard this before?
Wait,
I think I heard something of that nature, like briefly,
but
I didn't look into it.
Go.
I know that's kind of weird though.
That is
kinda.
No, but that reminds me of that shit. Did you heard about this shit with what's that girl that used to date Kanye and Wiz Khalifa? What's her name?
Amber Rose.
Amber Rose. She had some shit where she had like fake pussies all around her house because she said she didn't want her son to judge her or something. So she wanted to desensitize her son to vaginas so he don't like look at like naked women in a negative way. Some shit like that. Like she's basically saying she don't want, basically because she knows of the lifestyle that she lives, she's trying to desensitize her son to like women sex parts.
That's stupid.
I remember when I heard that shit, I was like, yeah, Wiz, go get your son.
That doesn't make any sense.
You can look that shit up. She said she would leave like fake pussies all around the house.
How was that supposed to desensitize a kid? I agree with you. I'm just saying, like that. I don't understand her thought process.
She said that shit. I was like, I don't know, but Wiz need to get his son.
Just raise your son.
That woman is a little off.
Just be a mom. He'll be all right. Just be a mom.
I agree.
Just be
I agree.
Mom.
Why does Google fake pussies?
You say what?
Amber Rose fake pussies.
Amber Rose.
Oh, you type that in?
Yeah. I don't know.
Shit.
Like what? Sex toys?
Sex or something. She said she used. That's what I forgot. That was like her son was young too. So that was some years ago.
Remember Jim Jones?
That shit was wild too.
Yeah.
Man, I seen.
I don't think he was lying either because he said it. He
said it like it was normal.
Right.
Like everybody does that shit.
Listen, y'all, I was lying, y'all.
I was like, no, he wasn't. Y'all was fool. I was playing. Y'all was fool.
Come on, man. Yeah, come on.
And then I seen the joint with the Wayans brothers where they said their mother used to make them like kiss each other whenever they got in trouble. That was like their punishment.
I probably believe that because a lot of them act a little funny.
A lot of them. How about all of them?
Sean, Marlon. Yeah. A lot of them act a little funny. What about this picture?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Is that real?
Yeah.
What you mean?
You remember he was on the show?
I remember Chris Rock was on the show.
Well, Chris
Rock Illuminati. That lets you know right there.
Damn, that's an old joint.
And he got the beta sex kitten joint on with the animal print and shit like that. So that lets you know.
Man, yeah, man. I thought that was. I mean, he done been in movies with Jada. What was that? Madagascar joint?
That is an ugly ass woman right there. Goodness gracious.
Oh yeah.
That nigga is that's an ugly fucking woman.
Crust up on him too.
My goodness.
Oh man. Yeah, this is wild.
That's Pookie. That's Pookie Chris Rock. That's Pookie Chris Rock right there.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Hollywood crazy, man. I'm
Right.
glad we are old enough to see the bullshit. Like obviously we like the movies, we like the entertaining, but you can clearly see it's some other shit that be going on with this. Yeah.
I say this though.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say if this is real, I am disappointed because I'm a huge motherfucking Will Smith fan. I ain't seen one bad movie. I know folks be hating on the After Earth joint with his son.
That shit was terrible.
I fuck with that joint. But
what about I Am Legend? I heard I Am Legend is garbage.
I thought that joint was dope too.
I haven't
I
seen
like
it.
it good, yeah.
I heard that shit was trash, like from multiple people.
No, I Am Legend.
Nah. That one had a deeper meaning than
Michael B. Jordan.
That
Say
joint
that
probably
again?
went over a lot of people's heads.
It was a remake. So if it was trash, I guess the original joint was trash. Then it was just,
Hey, did y'all see Gemini Man?
yeah, that joint was dope too.
But that post that Brian just
Oh,
showed,
with
that's like
the
some
mirror.
Gemini Man
Yeah,
shit.
okay.
Yeah. Like a doppelganger and all that shit.
Yeah. But I think this was like a free pass for real. Because was King Richard that good?
I thought
I
it was
haven't even
good.
seen it yet.
Nah, that was a good movie. That was
the
a good
best
movie.
actor good? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't.
I don't know, but
I don't even know like who
that
his nomination mates were.
I would say that Will, because I was watching some videos. Because after I watched it, I was like, let me see some real footage of Richard Williams just to see, and he played that role well. He ain't look shit like him, but he played the role. He played that shit good.
I'm
Like
gonna watch that joint. I'm gonna try and watch it.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I wonder at what point in time, let's say you are an up and coming rising star, whether it be in music or in entertainment in general, at what point in time, like,
do you get initiated?
Do you get initiated? Like, do you even know that you're about to be initiated? Is it something that just like kind of happens and you don't? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that happen?
Because I think some of them be groomed. I think some of them niggas was already in it before we seen them. You know what I'm saying? And then I think some of them, might maybe just, it's like, damn, that motherfucker has the ability to captivate people. Let's get this nigga on board. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you get to a certain level, then it's like, all right, bro. If you want to get to this level, then you gotta get down. You know what I'm saying? And I think that probably be happening with a lot of people.
And so like, do they persuade them with let's say if you're an actor, okay, you'll get this, we can get you this role, we can get you you know what I'm saying, like, do they just write a check, or like, you know what I'm saying, like, how do they persuade somebody to do something like that?
I think the shit damn near like a formula almost, because when you pay attention, we be talking about these humiliation rituals and shit, but like everybody seems to come up after these so-called rituals. So that might be part of the shit. It'd be like, all right, yeah, you might be humiliated, publicly, but at the end of the day, because so many eyes are being drawn towards you and you got so much attention coming your direction, like, to the public, it may seem like a fucking humiliation, but nigga, you gonna come up like shit. You gonna
thank you for helping us finish.
You gonna get nothing. Exactly. You gonna get nothing but fame and fortune. Same shit with that Deshaun Watson shit. That nigga went through some humiliation, and then homeboy just got motherfucking what was that?
240 million,
all guaranteed.
The fuck?
Like, how you get guaranteed? That's outrageous.
But how you get that much when the shit ain't even really over with yet? You know what I'm saying? 100% over with yet. And
how are they gonna pay any other players? How they gonna get any players?
Well, he paid.
That's what I'm saying.
How they gonna get any players?
But the way he got paid after some shit like that make you.
Have y'all seen the deposition?
They're so stupid.
I mean, I saw it, but I mean,
I'm not saying
it didn't say much to me. It didn't really say much to me.
I'm not saying he's guilty for the crimes, but he's guilty that he has a creepy ass routine.
I would say that he a freak ass nigga, because
that's what I'm saying.
You ain't gonna get caught up in like you have a fetish. Clearly, he has a fetish for fucking
and them hoes took advantage of your creepiness.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I would not deny that shit. Like, he clearly, for you to get caught up in some shit like that, there has to be a level of irresponsibility and recklessness going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're doing something.
Even if you ain't do nothing to those women illegal, but you got an issue for that shit to even get to that point. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with that. You know,
I remember he was fucking with Mia Khalifa too.
Oh, really?
Well, there you go.
All the time.
This a nigga, he probably watched too much porn because he trying to live out in fantasies like shit. Nah, but for real, like fucking the masseuse is like some porn shit. You know what I'm saying? So
so he in the wrong line of business.
Maybe.
And he just probably did it, a couple times. Like, okay, I'm the man. You know what I'm saying?
And then he
I'm gonna send a DM. They're gonna come through. I'm gonna do what I do. But at a certain point in time, maybe they got hip. Like, there's some smart hoes out here, so they probably. You know what I mean?
And then that's when they came with him with the ritual shit. Like, hey, nigga, we need you to take the ultimate L right
But
now.
I initially, you know what I mean, I thought, you know, it was like the whole Houston organization trying to make this shit happen because it's like this nigga was asked for a new contract, asked for a trade, and then boom, this shit came out of nowhere. So
Well, I mean, yeah,
maybe
it
they
is
hired
kind
the
of
hoes. I don't know. I don't know.
It's possible. It's
yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
But to me, that shit it is very parallel with the whole Kobe shit when like Kobe had the shit in Colorado. I feel like there's a strong parallel between Deshaun Watson and Kobe Bryant.
If you dig deep with the whole Kobe shit, like the people that was involved with that shit, like it was definitely a setup. Like it was like
I'm sure it was.
It was a honeypot for real. Like they got Kobe.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know,
Yeah.
so. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I remember, like, even just rappers in general, when a rapper goes to jail, they get bigger after they go to jail. Like, I've never seen going to jail ruin a rapper's career for real. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm talking about like the players involved with the Kobe jump. Like they knew what they were doing to get him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, man.
They say we know he likes to poop shoot, so we gonna get somebody.
Oh my god!
So we gonna get somebody.
Oh, nah.
Wait,
we gonna get somebody.
Oh,
wait.
That's what the lady said. That's what the lady said.
Wait.
Oh, nah.
They tried to put it in my poop shoe. So that's what they doing. That's what they doing.
Speaking on his own. Oh my goodness.
Y'all niggas.
But yeah, I think
that's what they say.
Oh.
B, when you get that tat, I didn't know you had that tat right there.
Maybe like three months ago.
Shit. All right. Player.
He Illuminati too.
He said player.
Player.
Stupid.
Hey, now, Corey, you Illuminati with that shirt on, nigga. Don't think I don't see the Baphomet on your shirt, nigga.
I was going to ask you. I was like, is that a crucifixion or like?
You got the Baphomet
It's
on
a
his
bull, man. It's a
gonna get
bull.
canceled.
That joint look like
It's a bull.
crucifix.
That's what they want you to believe.
That's ball. That's ball.
Yep.
Ain't that
We
what
out here.
Yo, we out here.
Oh, he put the hand up there. You
wow.
gonna watch this and think like, you know, like, all right, I knew it. Episode 75.
Episode 75.
Control.
Showed his true colors.
Did y'all? Pfizer had a commercial at the Oscars.
This year, back
Did they? No, I didn't see it. See, I didn't even watch the Oscars, so I forgot. I was watching probably like 90 Day Fiance or some shit, and I just seen a whole bunch of shit about Will Smith just smacked the shit out of this nigga. So I just started looking at Instagram for a second.
It was funny because my wife called me. I was at work. She was like, "Did you know Chris Rock's Will Smith slapped him?" I was like, "I ain't know about that shit." But I thought about it, I was like, "Yeah, I could see this coming because this nigga been getting dragged." Like my initial thought, I was like, "Yeah, I ain't surprised he slapped somebody at this point. That nigga's been getting dragged like the past few years."
Exactly.
So you know.
Yo.
But then when I saw this shit, I was like, "Nah, bro, that don't warrant to get slap a nigga." Not in my opinion. Like, nah, like the joke and the response don't go hand in hand at all. Like, not even close.
No, I'm sure he's what is he growing up in the South Philly, wherever the hell he was, west side of Philly, wherever the fuck I forgot.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Yeah, it's like,
days.
I'm sure you done dealt with more with way worse of shit. Way worse of shit. And you're gonna slap this man
outside the pool.
Hey, just to go off topic a little bit.
Show the Maxwell connection.
Oh, go. Yeah. Nah, let's do that because I wanted to see what that said.
All right, so the Maria Farmer, she was like one of the victims of the whole, you know, Maxwell Epstein shit. Like she wanted to appear on the Red Table Talk.
Oh, really?
But like one of the like main people she was accusing was Leslie Wexner. Leslie Wexner is he's the head of like the whole like big umbrellas, like, you know, H&M, Victoria's Secret, all that shit. Like he was the dude. He was the dude that gave not Maxwell, Epstein, that, you know, fronted him all that money up front. So like they think like they was being fun boys together.
Okay.
And then he kind of like blackmailed him. But anyway, Maria Farmer said she got assaulted at Leslie Wexner's estate. You know what I mean? Whatever. I think it's like in like Wisconsin. I don't know. It's like Midwest. But she found out. It says right here at the bottom. Maria Farmer recently gave an interview and she stated that Jada Pinkett approached her to appear on the Red Table Talk show. They were discussing some of the things Maria had been through. Maria was very candid and revealed names of people who had harmed her and included Randy Bowie. And Randy Bowie was one of the security guards that worked for Leslie Wexner at that estate. And then she found out the dude worked there with, you know, Jada and all them. Maria never heard back from Jada and open about surviving this abuse. Maria found out that Randy Bowie was the current bodyguard of Will Smith.
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm not surprised.
So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but go ahead, B.
Nah, I mean, I wasn't gonna say too much. I was just gonna say that I think that with COVID over like the past 2 years, I'm just letting y'all know right now that when it comes to tech, within the next like year, tech is gonna take like 10 steps forward instead of just like 2 or 3 that it does like each year. It's about to be to the point where niggas is going to start getting left behind when it comes to like the technology and shit. It's about to get mad crazy. It's about to be wild.
Yeah, because somebody broke it down to me the other day. It was
it's
like,
about to be,
because we always say like, oh,
wild.
Facebook is the metaverse. Facebook is the metaverse. Nah, Facebook is not the metaverse. Facebook is like Dr. Pibb of, you know, the soda game. You know what I'm saying? Like the metaverse is still, you know what I mean, this big thing. Facebook is just like a little pinch of the metaverse. Like metaverse is still
Facebook is technically the idea. It's an idea of what we want to do in the future.
Right.
Facebook is just the idea. The metaverse is the product of what it is they've been thinking since we've been in college. You know what I mean? It's about to be next level, my niggas. Like it's about to be on some next level shit.
What you think about because I feel like this digital, you know, currency is coming around the corner too.
You say what?
The whole digital currency?
Yeah, like all of that shit is tied into the same shit.
But like none of this shit is tangible though.
Nah.
So it's like it means it can be taken away from us like that.
Right. You know the same reason.
That's scary to the
I did on the way home the other day. I was like, you know what? On the way home, I'm gonna see how many Teslas I can count by the time I got home. Nigga,
I'm a cuss nigga out. Nigga pulled up in the pump in front of me with a Tesla. I was like, move, nigga. Like, you don't need this shit.
so many Teslas on the road, yo. And it's just like,
you see them shits more and more like every day.
I'm like, yo, this shit is wild right now.
And then they got them little Tesla little stations that be like just popping up
at the gas station.
At the gas station, at fucking Target, at fucking in just random shopping centers.
It's wild. It's about but like you said, Lighthouse shit is tangible. Like they talking about. I saw we posted a joint where it says that the government's trying to tell Elon Musk to cut off all to shut down all of the Teslas over in Russia.
Yeah.
Bro, and that's another thing. Like, nigga, this nigga Tesla could just literally just turn your fucking car off. If he Elon, I mean, yeah, the nigga could easily just turn your car off if he felt like it, no matter where you are. And you can
fuck with that nigga. Boop.
They could already done it. War or not, they could already do that shit.
Yeah, boo boo. fuck out of here.
That's crazy. Why would like? All right, but what's the end game on that though? Because
It's the money. It's the money to turn off your money.
Yeah.
And mind you, Aaron Russo said this shit back in the day. Alex Jones did that interview with Aaron Russo, like right after 9/11, and explained this shit back in the day. I'm gonna play this one video, and I'm gonna try to find that Aaron Russo jump. But listen to this.
They cutting folks' water off. Elon Musk.
Listen.
Well, it may be a bit late for that. I remember talking to an Australian diplomat at one point about this break between
World
the US
Government
and
Summit.
China, and said,
We already
both
in
sides are
WO.
going to say, whose team are you on? And he said, our job is to make sure the question never arises. But the question has arisen. And so I think we have to go deeper. And it's not about the US versus China. It's about what underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71. And so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and a new one. And the new one, the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital.
Yep.
It means having a
crypto.
almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money.
Shit.
But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature.
Yeah, that's too
Most
much,
people
B.
think that
That's too
digital
much.
money is
Hey,
crypto.
we rewriting history
and
right
private.
now, bro.
Look at
But
that.
what I
Hold on.
see
Look
are
who's in the audience. So
superpowers
look at that shit.
introducing digital
Motherfuckers with
currency.
money.
The Chinese were
All
the
that,
first.
all them Saudis.
The U.S. is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens
You
of
know
all these
what?
locations so that every human being has a chance
If it was something that's going
to
to bring
have a
on
better
another
life?
world war, this
Because
might
that's
be
the
it.
only measure of whether a world order really serves.
World order.
If it was something that was going to bring on another world war,
Globalization,
this would
man.
be
This
it.
is what they
This
want.
would be it. Because it's like, matter of fact, I seen a joint earlier. It was like, how can you tax money that you don't own? Like, how can the U.S. government tax cryptocurrency? They don't own that shit. They're not printing that
They
shit.
do.
Yo, this. Listen, we all four of us, man. We got kids, man.
Yeah.
This is.
It might get serious out here.
This is, man. This is the time that our children are they're special, bro. They are the ones that are like, we're like the gatekeepers, and they're the ones that are like the first. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that's gonna have to walk through the gate. You know what I'm saying, and see what's on the other side.
Yeah.
And we gotta like prepare them for that shit, because this shit, it oh my god, like I don't even know what to say about that shit. Like, this shit could be. There is no handbook for this. There is like, how do you prepare for something that you've never even encountered before?
Yeah. We gotta get on this tech, man. Luckily, we came up in tech.
I'm telling you, it's about to be crazy.
The birth of tech, anyway.
Well, not to change things, just saw
Hold
this.
on. I'm gonna play this one little short
Go ahead.
short clip.
What I was about to bring up ain't got shit to do with
All
that.
right. Look this shit up yourselves. Aaron Russo and Alex Jones, like back in the day, like everything we see now, like these motherfuckers was been talking about this shit, and he got killed.
Y'all need to stop sleeping on Alex Jones, young.
You come off crazy, but yeah,
he racist.
They just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip, and you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
Everything,
you sell.
everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips and they control people. And you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal. That's their intentions.
Eric, can you be specific about?
Is that not what I just played?
Pretty much.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah, it's about to be wild, yo. What if the world war isn't like fought like in countries, but it's like within
the metaverse?
No, just like with
monetarily.
Like it's the war with the people.
What do you mean?
I'm saying like it
Just
instead of it being
it's an
against
economic
countries,
war.
it's like against the people. It's a world war, like because people are not going to want this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like in order to have war, you have to have.
Oh, so you mean it's not against armies?
It's not against armies. It's against its own people.
Right.
Mm.
You know.
Well, they gotta be
get down and lay down, nigga.
People that don't want to conform.
All right.
Okay.
And where have we seen that before?
That makes sense. That makes sense. And too many movies. That makes sense.
Well, we seen that before.
That makes sense. So,
That's I'm just saying. And then everything is tech, which means everything is going electronic, which means that damn Matrix movie that we always go back to. And what did Morpheus say? He said everything about the Matrix is designed to turn a person into this, and he had a battery. Remember? He had a battery, and what we're going towards, and we are going so fast, and we're steamrolling so fast into the future that you mean to tell me that our physical bodies and our consciousness will upload into a system and still live on? Remember I sent you that joint, Reds?
Yeah, man. Like
I can upload my consciousness.
I think that's coming soon too.
What the fuck is that? What do you mean? So essentially niggas is trying to live forever. We're at the gates of that shit. Niggas is trying to live forever.
But it's funny though, because I think even as far as being able to upload your consciousness, they kind of already doing that through your algorithms. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
So it's like we pretty much almost
remember
there.
That one
so
post
that's just the next step. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that one post? That one post I had?
As far as what, like
that one girl that posted that same shit on Twitter. She was like,
she was saying
after you die, your
avatar can still
digital,
live.
Yeah, your digital imprint will still live on.
There, yeah. And then, you know what's so funny? So what if somebody had a relative or somebody that they love passed away, but their likeness was still existing in the metaverse?
Was that
people would still be like, and wasn't that like some Black Mirror shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right. But sound familiar, right? But it'd be like that'd be weird, right? And then it's like you still like, okay, I may not be able to interact with
That's
this
pretty much like
physically.
Pet Cemetery too.
It is. That was the scariest fucking movie, man. That's
the original.
Pet Cemetery is top 5. Like that shit. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it again as an adult and look, because that shit probably look cheap as hell now.
It do, but it still has the same resonance, man. It's still dope.
Okay.
Still dope.
What was you gonna say, Lighthouse? You said you was gonna say something.
Oh, okay. Well, this ain't got shit to do with nothing, but I just looked down at my phone and I saw some shit that said Rick Ross finally admits to being a correctional officer.
Hey man, I've been listening to a lot of Freeway.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
And it's just fucked up. Like if you actually listen to him, saying he put all this work in, putting his neck out there on the line. This nigga actually took his name and ran with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is fucked up. And made a whole persona off his name, made millions. Meanwhile, Freeway Ricky Ross is in jail. I mean, he did what he did.
He out now, ain't he?
He out now, but he out because of he taught himself in jail, law, and he was reading every day and shit, was illiterate and shit, but taught himself how to read and finesse his way out of the system. But yeah, like he even like had a lawsuit against Rick Ross, and Rick Ross beat that shit off like a technicality. But yeah, that shit is crazy because he was, you know, pretty much
fuck
an
outta
asset
here.
of the CIA. It's
But
crazy,
you know what's so crazy, and it just goes back to the same thing I was saying last week, as far as like, you know, distractions and the 9 to 5 rat race, and like when a nigga in jail, bruh, like niggas be like fucking Goku in the hyperbolic chamber and shit. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like niggas be teaching themselves
If
how to
you got the
read.
motivation.
If you got the obviously if you got the
Yeah.
motivation, but you know, it's just saying like how like sometimes
Shit,
like
what else you got to do in there?
but that's the point I'm trying to make. Like
Like an animal.
if we were just natural, you know what I'm saying, and we didn't live in this system, all we would do is spend all our time just expanding our consciousness
Yep.
and expanding our intelligence and, you know, getting fucking physically fit. You know what I'm saying? And like
that
nigga,
makes sense. Yeah.
nigga, we be super,
You don't have
we
to
be
go to your
all like
job.
motherfucking Goku
Yeah.
looking ass niggas. All like
Yeah.
if we was
Right.
like if we didn't have jobs and we didn't have this 9 to
Makes
5 rat race shit, we just all be like some super brolic, intelligent niggas just walking around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There
Oh,
there
that's
are
the thing
cats
though.
that say that they like that, you know what I'm saying, when they get released from prison, like they come out and they just like, nah, this ain't for them. Like this, like
Yeah.
they
I
feel
wanna go back
better
in.
in there.
But it's
which is
weird because
wild.
I met
But when he
some
came out though,
Huh?
Oh yeah.
when he came out though, like the first time when he came out though, he started building like centers for kids and shit. He seen like where people was getting fucked up at, so he started building centers for kids. And then the CIA pretty much entrapped him with his old connect, who was a CIA agent. His name was like Delindo or
Fuck his
something.
name.
He's
What
a Nicaraguan dude, but he approached him, was like, oh, you want this shit for this price, and he tried to set him up with one of his old boys and shit, and they locked his ass up again. And
Ricky Ross?
Yeah, the real Rick Ross.
So he locked up again?
Nah, he's out now, but they
out
did this
again,
shit
okay.
twice. Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Delindo, I think that was his name.
Why, man? That's fucked up.
Because he was an asset.
It's man,
just watch
the U.S. is crazy, man.
Yeah,
America is crazy. Dog.
Watch the documentary on I think Amazon. Yeah, Amazon got a good documentary on it.
But look, it's so funny because even when you think about it, like why do we eat fast food? Most times niggas eat fast food because they ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
nigga,
That's why it's called fast food.
I've been at work all day. You know what I'm saying? Fucking
That shit
had
do
to take the
nothing for
kids
you.
to soccer practice. Had to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, wifey ain't got time to cook. She tired of shit too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, fuck it, let's go to fast food. But if we didn't live in these like situations where we were so pressed for time, and you know, like that's what I'm saying. Like this, and then it's almost
You
like
just
you know,
change the
our
time shit.
our demise is like this system creates our demise. This system creates our vices. You know what I'm saying? Like almost everything that we do, you know what I'm saying, is a result of us kind of normalizing some shit that ain't normal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just crazy, bro. Like, you know, this whole system really holds us back from reaching our, you know, potential as humans, bro. Like in every fucking way, just because of the amount of time that we use to just sustain this system. You know what I'm saying? It's like we go to work every day. That's helping fucking capitalism. You know what I'm saying? It's like all this shit, bro. Like
All of it.
It's
And then you get after your long, hard day of work, then probably been someplace where you didn't want to be. You sit through traffic, then you get home, and then guess what? You turn on the television and they hitting you left and right with haymakers of just dumb shit. So you constantly just getting fucked up by the system.
And then the time when you do have like the opportunity to have a free thought, it's probably when you in the shower, you taking the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's like literally the only time when you probably to yourself. You know what I'm saying? To actually like sort out your thoughts. Like outside of that, you know, you constantly working. You got
that first 30 minutes of being up.
Yeah, I'm saying that's pretty much how that shit be. So it's just so crazy. But it's crazy because that if we didn't live in this system, we would have pure freedom just to expand ourselves in every fucking way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when you think about that shit, I remember I seen some shit like niggas back in the day in the 20s, niggas was like ex-military, carpenter, fucking knows how to shoot, you know, hunt. fucking was building houses. Like these niggas be fucking like these niggas back in the day used to know how to do like 40 fucking things. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have
everything to survive.
Yeah, they didn't have as many distractions as we have now. They had less options. We have so many options, and I think that's just the shit that, like, you know, we're so much capable of so much more.
Yeah. You know it's bad when you gotta go on vacation. Like what?
Like
that doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make
for a
sense.
vacation,
I gotta
though.
get away from my home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is my home. Like this is the place where,
and then break your pockets to do so.
like, yo, I gotta go across. I gotta change my whole geographical location just so I can get some sense.
But why? Why? It's freedom. You feel a sense of freedom, nigga. Like, cause you know this life, this shit that we do ain't freedom for real.
You know what's crazy about that shit though? When you get there, it be a bunch of motherfuckers that be like, that's their whole life. Be, you know what I mean? You know, their whole tourism, you know what I'm saying? People's whole, like, you know, job be the tourism aspect of, you know what I mean, your vacation. You know what I'm saying?
I know, it's crazy. But you're right, Lighthouse, that whole freedom, and that's what Kyrie was talking about. Freedom.
Yeah, that shit's all about freedom, bro. At the end of the day.
Church.
You know, that's what that shit is. And that's what vacation gives us.
Yeah.
That's what that shit gives us, you know. But that's how we know all subconsciously that this life that we live, this rat race 9 to 5, sitting in traffic for hours, all that shit, that's not natural. And we all know that deep down inside, you know. We all know that shit, you know. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Same thing, yeah. Like a lot of motherfuckers, what they do for that? Crack open the beer as soon as they get in the house, right after work. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, but why though, bruh? It's because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You need like that freedom. It's like that. I'm away from the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that just lets you know. But that's what this system creates, man. You know what I'm saying?
I be cracking and open at home. I work from home.
You're gonna be like, woo.
While I'm working.
Ooh, that was a tough call. Let me crack open.
Hey, nah, it's just be intense though.
Let me go to lunch. I'm gonna take a 15-minute break right quick.
Yeah, man.
Look at his face.
Let me get one of them still reserves.
Oh nah.
I'm taking it back. Let me get one of them still reserves.
That's that young shit.
You going hard.
Still reserved. That was like early 20s.
You going hard.
They get on my nerves today, boy. Still reserve all day.
What was the worst shit y'all drank?
Wait, beer?
Nah, what was the worst shit you ever drank?
Everclear, nigga.
I don't think I ever had. I might have had that shit once.
I remember B had the Everclear once.
Everclear is horrible. It's horrible. Why do they make it? It's horrible.
I had pop off.
I think honestly, I think the whatchamacallit might have been the worst.
Montebello's.
It was either that. It was that malt liquor. It's like
I didn't have some horrible nights off Montebello, man. early in the game.
Montebello. Y'all remember that shit?
That iced tea shit.
The tea with everything.
It was a Long Island to go.
Yeah.
Long Island to go.
What? I used to survive off that joint.
With the handle.
Yeah, dog, that joint was tough. You didn't have to do nothing. Just put some ice. Just put some ice in the cup.
We ain't never have ice though.
We ain't never had ice.
That's all right.
That's all right. Hot.
That's all right, man.
Or some Appleton.
No,
yeah, Appleton was rough.
Was probably some terrible.
Yeah, but nah, I drank some shit. It was Mickey. You ever heard of Mickey?
Yeah, Mickey's in the green.
Yeah, I never had that.
Yeah, green bottle. Green bottle.
Yeah.
Hey, all you need is one of them.
Remember that shit called Scissor? That little purple
that
shit?
Was that was the Dipset jump.
Dipset.
Yeah, I had a couple nights off of that too.
I remember it was a couple times I drank a whole bottle of that shit.
That was a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is.
That's what got you drunk.
Have your head fucked up in the morning.
Yeah, fucked up.
Be like, yo,
too much.
Let me go down to this sea.
What y'all think about pop off though? Because I think the first time I ever drank, I might have had pop off in college.
Pop off.
I think pop off was like the thing that everybody could afford.
When we was probably like freshman, sophomore type shit, pop off was probably the first shit.
I tasted it, but I didn't like how the motherfucker was making Kool-Aid out of that shit.
I remember that shit. I remember that, and I remember I was
jungle juice shit.
I was one of those who drank it.
Heard of jungle juice?
I had definitely.
We did have jungle juice. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
See, Mo, I just ain't understand how you did the black song with them drink like
them steaks.
Oh my
Those are
God,
steaks.
boy! Every time I would drink,
steaks.
and then I'll be sitting out there, and then you be like,
Wagyu.
and so I hit the black, I'm done. I hit the black amount, I'm done. I'm about to throw up somewhere.
You remember he used to be in this? We used to have like an Eddie Bauer. No, he had used to Steep Tech North Face. He used to be sitting out there with his hands in his pocket with the black.
What's up, niggas?
No hands. No hands. With the hands in the Steep Tech, he was like
the motherfucker Ash. The motherfucker Ash line.
He was like a saddle like this, just smoking it.
Yeah, I tried to hang with Corey with that shit, and I was done. I was finished. Like, goddamn. I tried to hang with Corey. Like,
boy, no.
Nigga was in our fucking room. He used to get up in the morning just like this.
Like the Undertaker?
Yes. Then roll over.
What's going on? What's going on in here?
Oh my God.
But yeah. All right, we can get up out of here. A lot of laughs. We didn't even get to touch on Nipsey.
Shit, my bad.
Oh, what about Nipsey though?
What?
No, just
what's that Nipsey?
I feel like but all right, something to look at. You know, we're gonna get up out of here, but something to look at. The whole Judas and the Black Messiah shit, you know, the whole Messiah Act, COINTELPRO. There is a COINTELPRO 2.0, and that ties into Nipsey. So that'll be our little homework for everybody.
What is it again?
COINTELPRO 2.0. It's made by the FBI, the same people that did Fred Hampton and Malcolm X and MLK and all them same people. There is a 2.0 part of that, you know, FBI operation.
But that sound almost to me like either they creating heroes. That's what that sound like to me.
On whose side? On FBI side?
Nah, what I'm saying is it just seems like, you know, what was all the names you just said?
Malcolm X, MLK, Fred Hampton. That was like, you know, the first batch of COINTELPRO. But now it's like, you know, I mean, people in the, you know, entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but are people? I mean, but in what context though? Because it's like, you know, she's basically saying the entertainers are like the new
black
leaders.
You know,
the new leaders.
You know, Hoover was like, you gotta be careful with these black messiahs because people are going to attach to them, and you know, the black, you know, authentic black movements is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nipsey was talking about that post I had on the Instagram. You talking about he's going to call his last album "Spook by the Door." He was launching STEM programs where he's like putting money into like young, you know, urban black tech apps and stuff like that. Crypto and all that stuff. Like he was having like little, you know, centers and stuff. It's taken away from Silicon Valley and bringing it to South Central LA.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah.
He was part of 2.0.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, that's y'all homework. If y'all see this, COINTELPRO 2.0, Nipsey Hussle, RIP to Nip, March 31st. And then, you know, couple, you know, 30 minutes is April 1st. RIP to Sean Taylor, his birthday.
Yep.
Yeah. It's overtime. Once again, overtime 75, the 75 mark. I think this is a big, you know, milestone for us.
Yeah.
75.
Sure.
We're going to keep building all the way to 100. Hope y'all build with us. It's me, Remy Please, Keys, Lighthouse, Corey Mo. Make sure y'all connect. Email us, DM us, stay close. Whatever y'all want to talk about, let's do it. It's us.
And nobody else.
I holla.
Boom. Right on time.
Right on time.
He didn't say that shit in a minute though. He was hitting niggas with the ring.
Oh man.